It's gonna be real exciting. I'm gonna go real fast. I'm gonna fucking hit you with this chair.
Should've got out of What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. I'm Mikey and this is Adam, and you didn't do that?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, how did I even know who the fuck you are?
This is Adam, the fucking moron.
Every Friday we bring you a conversational podcast where one of us brings a topic to the table and we discuss it for your enjoyment. If you like that, you can follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Two Guys with Raging Goals. You can follow us on Twitter at Two Guys Raging, and now you can follow us at patreon.com/Two Guys Raging. If you like what you see here, head on over to Patreon, throw us a couple bucks. If you don't have any bucks to throw us, don't worry about it. Everything posts free, except for the Patreon exclusive episode, which is really, really cool. This whole bottle of bourbon was drank. Well, I mean, it was half empty, but it did get drank. What are you doing? Are you sending me a message?
No.
Oh. I was like, are you texting me right now? Don't text me.
I didn't want to look down at my phone because I think that that's kind of unattractive on camera. But if I hold my phone up, and I'm like, hey.
You're poised.
I'm sorry, I'm podcasting.
Good job. I'm sorry, you're podcasting too.
Present progressive. That's what word ending in ing is.
You can also find us anywhere that podcasts are available. Go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, share, like us, and share us with your friends. Adam, what's up?
Okay, so not a lot's up.
So you guys, we were.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this he's gonna cut in or out from the beginning, because like we hit record, and then we just start talking,
right.
And then
it's just crazy.
So to reiterate what just happened, we were talking about what topic do we want to talk about today, and we have lists on our phones of like, hey, these are interesting topics that we've talked about before and whatever. And at the end of one of them, it said hashtag fuck you ending. And I didn't know what that meant. And why I didn't know is because Adam and I have a shared file that like we keep all of our stuff in. So either one of us can edit it at any time.
Right.
And so clearly Adam had edited one of my notes and I didn't know what it meant. So I said, Adam, what is hashtag fuck you ending? And now, what's the story?
You don't know the story.
I know the gist.
So here's what happened. Let me tell you.
I have to text Sarah when I get home. She said text her when I get home.
Does she know that you're...
Yes.
She knows that you're here?
Yes, she just wanted to make sure I get there safe. Is it storming soon?
Nope. It's clear as day.
Alright.
It's nice and beautiful. It's cute. Everything is nice. Now, here's the deal, Mike. A couple months ago, you may remember we launched on iTunes.
Find us right here.
Boom! No. I'm sorry. So this is going to be off the rails, right?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden my Ritalин's kicked in. So here we go. Now here's the deal.
Buckle up and ride, people.
Here's the deal. So we launched on iTunes. So what I had to do was I had to take all of the video files that I had and convert them to just audio files. Delete out the video. So you what you do is you take this video and you plop it into GarageBand and then you delete the video.
Okay. And so it just pulls the audio.
And it just pulls the audio. Then you export it again and it's good.
Good.
It takes minutes. But for our older episodes, right, what I used to do was have the video here, have the audio here.
Yes.
Right? I would delete the audio from the video on here.
Right.
And then add this audio.
Right. And that's why he has to clap, because we would sync them up.
Right. But it was fucking everything up.
Yeah.
Right? So so that's when we were like, fuck it. Let's not do it.
Yeah. We're just gonna go to this audio.
Right. Just for time's sake and everything.
Yeah.
So we'll just do that audio. Well, there was a bunch of stuff on the edges, either on the video or in the audio.
What do you mean on the edges?
Like at the beginning and at the end.
Like that didn't get clipped off?
Right, because like at the beginning of the video, the audio's not on. And at the end of the video, the audio's still on.
So like you get up and turn off the camera, but the mic was still picking stuff up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that was my system.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would do everything in the same order. Well, because I had those old files, I was like, oh, well, I've already got the audio file. I don't even have to grab the video and separate everything. Like,
Oh, you just moved.
I just got this audio.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And I went through and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen to this and see what the experience will be like for the fans who start subscribing to us on iTunes.
Yeah.
And so I'm listening to each one and I'm like, man, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Audio's a little shaky,
Yeah.
right?
Know what the fuck we were doing with audio.
Yeah. But then all of a sudden I get to like episode 3 and then you get a text from someone and you're like, yeah, fuck that person. And I was like, oh my god! You said their name, you said fuck you, and I was like, oh my god, what if they're listening? What if they're listening right now? I know it's 3 in the morning, but I gotta edit this shit. So I came into the studio at 3 in the morning. I had to work at like 6. I had to work at like 6 in the morning. I was like, oh my god, I've gotta fucking fix this now. Oh my god.
So for frame of reference, I'm running a truck at Target, and you text me, hey, you said some stuff that you shouldn't have said, and it's on, like, anybody can get to it. And I was like, instantly, buckets of sweat start pouring down, and I was like, oh my god, what did I say? Who did I say it about? Because, you know what? Sometimes Mikey says crazy things.
Yeah, no, they fucking know.
Yeah.
They know.
And so, you know, my life is better when it's edited. And
Thank God for people like me.
yeah, thank God. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the hashtag fuck you ending.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently I went off the rails a little bit.
OMG.
Oh,
That was so-
It's fun to go back down memory lane of this podcast.
I know.
It's how the sausage is made.
Oh my god, stop it. That was like the first thing you said on this podcast.
Because it is. Easy.
Oh my god.
That's all, folks.
I'm gonna die today.
Well.
I can already feel it. This is it for me.
Yeah, we had a good run.
Oh my god, I can't
32
wait.
Episodes?
So guys, here's 30. When this goes up, we will be at 34.
Are you counting the Patreon one?
No, that's 35.
Well, we can't count that one. Those have to start like a new timer.
Yeah. So 34. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I wasn't gonna count it. I know the rules. I know the rules, Mike. I know how it goes. Okay. I'm so glad that we're doing this. Now here's the deal. What? Do you need to check your phone? What are you doing?
You're good.
No, you were totally. This is Mike. Mike has the phone on the table and he does this, like he's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh from the hit show Yu-Gi-Oh.
Wait, was there a character in Yu-Gi-Oh called Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, as the main character, Yugi-Moto, or Yu-Gi-Oh.
I just want to say, like,
and it's a boy who is possessed by an Egyptian pharaoh.
No, that's Ramsey and the mummies.
No, I'm dead serious. I swear to
Did you ever
God.
see the mummies? Mummy's alive. Mummy's alive.
Are they? Wait. Hold on. Go, dark magician, and then trust in the heart of the gods. And then the dark magician would come up. It was like augmented reality, right? Because they would like play on like a weird.
Yeah, it was like VR-ish.
Yeah.
I never watched Yu-Gi-Oh. Did you ever watch the Mummies Alive?
So what's Mummies Alive? Is that the one where they were superheroes? The mummies that were superheroes?
They weren't necessarily superheroes. They
like transform.
They were like the guardians of and they were the guardians of the Pharaoh King Ramsey.
Yeah.
And then like Ramsey is reborn, like his spirit is in this kid now, and so the mummies come back to like protect him from.
And there's 3 of them, right?
I think there's 4.
Is there 4?
I think there's
Are they different colors? Like blue, green? No.
Oh well, they're all white because you know they're mummies.
But then they like.
But when they transform, like the big guy is like blue and gold, and then the one guy, like the really thin guy, is like green.
Yeah.
Mummy's alive.
Oh my god, I remember that show. That show was the shit.
It was crazy.
I'd be like, Oh, give me some more of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking junk ass shows like that. Junk ass shows. Those were so wonderful when I was a kid. Like I loved that. Okay. And I never really experienced it. So like it's funny because I'll bet you something, Mike.
Listen, that's not the
I'll tell you something, Mike.
There we go.
Here's the deal. Everyone wanted me to say it. I know. I keep it on the tip of my tongue, edge of their seats. Right?
That's a really gross saying.
Okay. Listen. Not licking them. Not doing any sort of crazy ass fucking
I don't know, grinder.
Fucking yeah. But they call me the tongue copter. I know, Mike. I'm sorry. I told you I was gonna be off the rails, and you didn't believe it. And so now I'm just trying.
Can you please include tongue copter sometime when you post it so that I can remember the hashtag?
Tales of the tongue copter.
Yeah.
What if it's?
Alright.
So I don't even know what it is. Oh, so you don't understand this because you lived in a fucking golden era. You lived in a golden era, Mike. Did you know that?
Of what? Of shit.
Fucking shitty ass television. I'll tell you something, Mike. Did you have Fox Kids?
Maybe. I don't know. I want to know what you watched. Fun fact about my life.
Let's talk about.
You want to talk about that?
Oh my gosh. Well, because
we're gonna have to. So, just so everybody knows, the infamous Cake and Pie podcast was about to happen. But now we're kicking it back down the road. Cake cast coming soon.
Oh my god.
Anyways, so there was a weird period in my childhood where like we got weirdly rich for like I don't know, a year, not even a year, like 6 months.
Yeah.
So like cell phones weren't a thing, right? But they were, but nobody had them.
Yeah.
Like you had to be ultra rich to have a fucking cell phone.
Right.
And so we went from having no cable and 2 cars, and like we had a cabinet just full of like recorded cartoons and shit.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons. That was it. That was like what we watched. This just in through the window.
Oh my gosh, what's going on over there?
I don't know. Put a shirt on. Jesus.
That is freaking me out.
Anyways, and then like my dad got promoted and my mom got promoted at the same time, and like all of a sudden like we had all this disposable income.
Right. Like,
and so we got whatever I forget who was doing cable at that time. It wasn't Comcast in Montana. I don't know who it was, but like we got cable, and we got like the gold cable.
Right, yeah.
So like we had HBO, we had all the shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my parents got cell phones and pagers, and maybe they were dealing drugs.
They were dealing drugs. They were drug dealers.
All of a sudden, we had like 6 cars. Like it was amazing.
I remember it was such a big deal when my mom got my sister a pager, because she was like, only drug dealers have pagers.
Only drug dealers have pagers.
I was like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
It's a fucking pager.
And so like my parents were like from work, like they were like work phones or whatever. But like we were for a very short time we were living large, and then my dad fell off the top of a concrete plant and crushed his heel, and my mom left us and abandoned me. And the rest is history.
Yeah.
And then my soul died on the inside.
Right.
Crippling problems after that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So, but in that time, yeah, there was a lot of shit TV, and like so one of the shows that I'm thinking of right now is.
What network did you watch? Can we start there? What network did you watch?
I don't know. Like later on, the WB, so like WB Kids.
Okay.
I watched that, but I feel like I watched a lot of Fox Kids because.
Well, we'll see. Here's the thing. I'm sponge brain about like where shows were.
Yeah. See, I don't know.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna tell you what networks I watched.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me what shows you watched, and we're gonna
match them up,
and we'll figure out where.
Okay. Because like
you watched.
So like in the mornings we would watch Mummy's Alive,
which is WB Kids.
WB Kids. Okay. And then I don't know what else was on there, but there were 2 shows that we watched, but I can't remember what else we watched on WB Kids. And then we would watch. So like Dragon Ball Z, I watched that.
Right, which was Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that was on Cartoon
And that's
Network.
like
that was when we were balling.
Right, yeah.
Toonami came on.
OMG.
Whatever. What was that
the
called?
shit?
Cartoon Block I forget. Toonami had like they called it their block or whatever, and like Toonami had fucking Gundam Wing, Sailor Moon, Gundam Wing.
Sailor Moon. See, I was never.
I didn't like Sailor Moon, but my brother was fucking huge into it.
Oh my god, I feel like I would have been like.
Oh, you would have loved that.
Oh my god,
show.
no. Here's the thing, Mike. No, I'll get into it in a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And then we watched Dragon Ball Z, and then there was another show after Dragon Ball Z, but I can't remember what it was, and I didn't care for it that much. But anyways, so we watched a lot of that, and like that was. See, like I came up at a weird time though, because it was like when like good shows were ending and crap shows were starting. So like no one take offense, but like Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, all of that stuff on Cartoon Network, like I watched as a kid,
Right.
and I loved them. But like when you compare that to like G.I. Joe and Transformers,
Oh, yeah.
and like even Beast Wars,
Yeah,
like
no competition.
like, yeah, no competition, right? So like I grew up in that weird
Beast
time.
Wars.
Like,
Don't love
Wars.
Beast Wars in there.
I love Beast Wars.
Beast Wars is amazing, and I love it. And we binge watched the fuck out of
Yeah, we
that
did.
for a very long time when we first moved in together. We even had Sarah watching it.
Boom, dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, right. And the terrible animation.
Oh my
like
God.
everybody looks like they're like trying to. They're on like a friction-free.
It looks like
surface.
Minecraft.
They're like this.
That's what it looks like.
They're like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's fucking ridiculous.
Recess. I watched Recess.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was on WB Kids or ABC. Maybe?
So I feel like I'll tell you something, Mike.
Get off your phone, Adam. Jesus. All of a sudden he's single and he has a social.
No. Somebody from my store texted me, and I don't know what it was. So, here's the deal, Mike.
I'm listening.
Deal is, I abhor Johnny Bravo, and what's the other one?
Dexter,
Yep.
Powerpuff Girls,
No, I like that.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh,
I hated that show.
I fucking hate that show. Those three shows, like, they're so there are very niche shows from Cartoon Network. To me, in my opinion, those are very niche shows, right? Niche.
Neat. Well,
Ni-
I don't want to get into
niche,
that.
niche,
It depends
niche.
on where you live, if that's okay.
Like pop or soda,
Yeah, exactly.
or cake or pie.
Yeah.
Wait,
Cake or Pie podcast. Here it comes!
cake or pie cast. So here's the deal. Those shows are like so stupid to me. They are so hard for me to even.
And they're
even when I
poorly,
was,
like they're very poorly animated.
I think
too.
that that's what it is, and like
Ed, and Eddie.
some.
See, I actually liked that show.
There was a point. There was a point when I was in middle school. They started like doing marathons of Ed, and Eddie. When I moved back to Fort Wayne.
Oh, okay.
So I'd watch it then, but in the moment, not a huge fan, right?
Yeah.
Cartoon Network just was not my gig. What? Okay.
I can't say it because it'll just funny things are happening.
Hashtag fuck you ending.
Hashtag fuck you, Evan.
Right, yeah.
It'll be on the cuts.
Oh my god.
On the super cuts.
So, here's the deal. Mike. There were so many shows in that span of time, like the late 90s transitioning into the 2000s.
Yeah, into the aughts.
Yeah. What are they?
The aughts. 00. Aughts. That's what it is now called. The aughts.
Wait, 00.
Yeah. Like aught. Like, so aught is 0. So the aughts.
Shut the fuck up!
Oh, the aughts. Yeah.
When did that come? When did you find that out?
I don't know, a couple years ago.
Couple years ago, you didn't tell me?
I didn't know.
You didn't tell me there was a name for it?
The breaking news here.
I called it the 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I called it forever, and then somebody corrected me and was like, it's like known as the aughts. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
The fuck
Okay.
if it is known as the aughts.
Well, I could just
nobody
be
fucking
passing
know.
along false information. I didn't.
Nobody's
fucking
gonna know what you're
check that.
talking about. Nobody's
Everybody
gonna know
knows what I'm talking about.
No, you're gonna say in standard conversation. You're gonna say, oh, back in the aughts, and everybody's gonna be like, the fuck's the aughts?
Okay.
Is that a bar?
But if I'm telling a
Even-
story that's like, yeah, I used to love watching Beast War, and then when they do the reruns of it in the early aughts, people will figure that out. people would figure out.
I would not. I would say the early. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What's the early odds?
Yeah, then we'd have a conversation like this, and I'd be like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Sidetrack the whole fucking
So
thing.
here's the deal. Cartoon Network made really shitty shows, and I did not like them. I did not watch any of my shows there.
Yeah.
Right? There were things that I liked, like I started getting into anime, maybe, right? So like, Dragon Ball Z was cool, but then I didn't like Dragon Ball Z just because it took too long to tell a story. It is a literal anime representation of me telling a story. And we'll come back to that.
Dragon Ball Super,
Yeah.
or whatever, Dragon Ball Z Super Kai, or whatever the fuck it is now.
No,
The
not
new,
Budokai.
the show that is
Yeah.
out now. Like they redid
Yeah.
all the original ones, and apparently they cut out a bunch of the bullshit.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like a much more streamlined, like shortened version of each series.
The other thing I've heard is that if you like Dragon Ball Z, like the concept of it, what you should do is read the manga.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard
Because
that too.
it's like, it doesn't do that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, there aren't 6,000 filler episodes.
Right, yeah.
Why is it taking Frieza
Why
6 years?
has Frieza and Goku just been floating for the last 5
Yeah.
episodes, talking in expletives?
It's supposed to, like, that whole fight's supposed to take 20 minutes, supposedly, like, in real time, and it's, like, half of that season. It's like, oh my god.
That's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
That is fucking stupid.
I know. Alright.
So, I couldn't do it unless it was like the anime stuff.
Yeah.
And then, so, where I gravitated to was Nickelodeon.
Okay.
But Nickelodeon wasn't the same, right? Because like in the mid-90s,
Yeah, you're
Nickelodeon
not
had like the
talking about
grunge Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
like the kind of like fucking weird shows like Clarissa and like all of
Alex
that.
Mack, where's
Alex
the
Mack.
hat?
Oh my god.
Alex Mack, where's the
I
hat?
loved that
She
show.
turned into Capri Sun?
Oh my god, she did. She was a Capri Sun girl. Totally. And so I got it. I got in on Nickelodeon probably like mid the height of all that.
Okay.
Right as Nick Cannon came onto the cast, or no, it was well before that. But like I think Amanda Bynes had just come on, which she was
all that?
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because that was like
She
maybe
was- she
99
was-
or 2000.
Yeah, I mean,
or
she was like new class, but not like,
right. Yeah, she
Yeah.
wasn't like as new as the new people
Yeah,
that were
yeah,
there
yeah.
when the show ended.
because she had Amanda like write letters to Amanda or something like that.
God.
I love those. She'd like lose her fucking mind, and I was like, classic foreshadowing, really.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
She just lost it.
Oh my god.
She's lost the plot.
I will tell you something. I will tell you something that there's why do these shows not exist? Why do these shows not exist? I think all that was such a great concept.
Yeah. Fun fact: our friend Bradford is fucking teaming up with what's her face from.
Yeah.
Lori, I forget her fucking name now.
Lori Beth Denberg.
Lori Beth. Yes. He's fucking teaming up with her for their web series, which I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just doing that? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Whatever.
Hashtag do it like Denberg. I tweeted that at her and she liked it.
Yeah.
So, but that show was just so amazing, and like it takes all of the great things that I love about SNL,
Yeah.
and like some very like funny writing and some good comedy sketches, and puts it in the hands of these kids,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like and they got really good fucking talent to do that.
I think it's funny that Keenan was on SNL.
Oh, yeah, was on all that?
All that, and is then on SNL. I was like, oh.
And he's like the same person.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's so weird.
I was
It's
like,
so
he used
weird.
to, I bet like this was very natural for him.
Yeah. But yeah, I just love that show. So I gravitated a lot towards Nickelodeon.
But did you watch original Nicktoons? And by that I mean Doug and Rugrats, and I think Ren and Stimpy was the other one, but I didn't watch that shit.
I would never watch Ren and Stimpy.
It's too gross.
I do love SpongeBob, which is kind of in the same vein.
No.
Kind of.
Oh, of Ren and Stimpy? Like
Yes.
grossness wise, yes.
I'm not trying to say it's an original
Yeah.
Nicktoon.
Okay, I was like, all these people who walk around and they talk about SpongeBob as if it's like an original cartoon. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
SpongeBob was not like a thing. I distinctly remember when SpongeBob came out, and then people just, it's like the fucking Beatles.
There's nothing-
I love the Beatles, but there was music before the Beatles. All right, so everybody just fucking calm down with that shit.
Yeah. Oh, well, I love the Beatles too.
Yeah, no, so do I. But
Can I
I
talk
hate when I talk to people and they're like, all music was influenced by the Beatles.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay,
oh
yeah, yeah.
Buddy Holly, he loved the Beatles, you fuck.
You fucking bastard.
Heard he was listening to it on the way down.
So I loved Rugrats. I watched Rugrats probably through most of its lifespan. Like
Yeah,
I
you
think
probably
like,
watched later than I did.
Yeah, like do you remember when Tommy got a brother?
That's
Dill.
about
And then
when
that's
like stuff started.
Like yeah, because
they
they probably
did
a movie, and then you were like, eh.
Yep, and then it was over. Yep.
Yeah. Well, then they
grew up, didn't they?
Eventually, it was really all grown up. It was weird, but which started as a one-time thing. They were just going to do a flash forward episode.
Ah.
They did a flash forward episode. People liked it, so then they made a show out of it, and I did not like that show.
Angelica was a crackhead.
It was kind of like. Did you like? What was that? I'm sorry. See, now I'm just rambling, which you're probably not used to. So it's so odd. So, did you watch The Wild Thornberrys?
Yes.
Did you like that show?
Yes.
Okay.
Eliza and that Darwin, the monkey.
Oh my
He was
god.
super smart.
Right.
I love
Yeah.
that.
He was so funny.
Yeah.
And Donnie.
Yeah.
The little
like
crazy
wild
kid.
child that they had. Yeah.
Yeah. Then. So okay. So let me step away from Nickelodeon because
I think we covered Nick pretty good.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nicktoons were great.
They were.
Yeah. They were the fucking shit.
Do you remember? There's this really weird show that only lasted for like 2 seasons. Ew, did you watch Rocket Power?
No.
Okay.
No. And see, that was a little on the edge of like. So Thornberrys came out,
Mm-hmm.
and I liked that enough, and then it was like, I don't know, halfway through, like, all of this is congealed in my head because
Right.
like I don't know if it was like Thornberrys were in their second season, and then that's when Rocket Power came out. But I remember
Right.
like Thornberrys was first, and then sometime down the road, Rocket Power came out, and I was like, they're kind of drawn the same, and no, fuck
Yeah,
you.
no. yeah. I hated that show.
Yeah.
I thought it was dumb. I thought it was bullshit. But where I spent a lot of time is probably in Fox Kids.
So what was on Fox Kids?
So that's what's kind of weird about it. Fox
Besides
Kids
X-Men.
was X-Men,
I remember
Power
that.
Rangers,
Oh god.
a bunch of odd shows. So when I say that you lived in a golden era, Fox Kids was just Fox Kids for you.
Oh, Batman. No, that was on WB.
That would be on WB.
That was on WB.
Yeah.
God, I love
The
Batman.
animated series?
Oh, Batman the animated series.
I could watch that
Fucking
now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's my favorite Batman.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, that's good shit. And it was terrifying.
It
Like, that
yeah.
dude did not fuck around.
No.
Like, oh, that opening, still good. Oh, but the opening to X-Men's even better.
Oh my god.
When that music starts pumping, like,
Oh, give me more of that synthetic guitar, Vince. Hit it real good. So when you were a kid, Fox Kids was just Fox Kids. When I was a kid, Fox Kids was Fox Kids, and then in 2003, they were like, Fox Kids is ending, and I was like, what the actual fuck?
yeah.
Right.
See, I'd already moved on to Cartoon Network by then.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which
And
like,
also was like a,
We didn't-
I don't know, a sophomore.
we did, yeah, right. We didn't always have cable. Like
Yeah,
we would
yeah,
go through
yeah.
spurts of like
Right.
changing cable providers,
Yeah.
not having cable,
Yeah.
whatever. So, Fox Kids was always my constant.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's one of the Farmer 5.
Right, and at this time in 2003, I'm living out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Right, going to farm camp.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Do you remember when ABC lost its stuff and it all went to Disney? Because that was like detrimental to me. Because it used to be Disney and ABC, and like they were separate,
yeah,
and so you had ABC Kids, and then all of their programming went to Disney essentially.
so yeah, well, but then ABC kind of reclaimed some things,
Yeah.
like in probably 2004, 2005.
Yeah, like stuff started filtering back.
Yeah, but that was when Disney had bought the rights to Power Rangers for a little bit.
Oh,
and so
damn.
that's why they started putting programming on ABC again, so that people could
Okay.
still watch Power Rangers. But
Gotcha.
they weren't going to Fox; they were going to ABC.
Yeah.
And then that's when Saturday morning cartoons, especially on Fox, just
We're
fucking
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exploded. It was just terrible. But So in 2003, you get this notice as a kid that's like Fox Kids is forever gone, and like I was like, what the fuck?
Devastating.
What the fuck is going on right now? What is my life, right? And they're like doing this big reveal, like very slowly, like progressively every week. They're like, the box is coming. The box is coming. What?
Sorry. I just remembered the other show on fucking Toonami.
What was it?
Johnny Quest. When Johnny Quest came back in 3D.
I never.
Oh my god. So Johnny Quest was an awesome cartoon show in like the 80s. And it was amazing. So like.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Talk to me.
Pin up what you said.
Yeah.
The box.
The box.
So. Okay, so when I was growing up, when I was very young, the cartoons that I watched, because we didn't have cable, or maybe even TV for all I fucking know.
Right.
Were all things that like had previously been recorded and we had on VHS. So like Denver the Dinosaur. Denver, the last dinosaur. Look it up, it's amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Godzilla.
Is it amazing like
it's a
Rainbow Bright or
Rainbow Bright.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. Good story there. It's spring time. So I was obsessed with Rainbow Bright as a child. I was obsessed because these VHS tapes of recorded cartoons were all that I had. So I had Johnny Quest, Rainbow Bright, Denver the Last Dinosaur,
right,
and Godzilla. Those were like the four, and these are all cartoons from like the 80s. Jabberjaws, all those things. The HR Puffin stuff.
Oh, okay.
Those shows, and Scooby-Doo. Like, so those were like my original cartoons that I watched.
Right.
And then like, so like that's why there's a weird like thing, because I was like in the 90s, but I watched 80s cartoons for the most part.
That's why you're such a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, that's why I'm a mess. So, but anyways, Rainbow Bright. Quick story. So I loved Rainbow Bright, and then one night I was really drunk and tried to make Adam watch it.
No, you and Sarah are sitting down, and you're like, no. Here's the deal, because we had been watching Sonic Underground on Netflix, binge watching that, right?
Sonic.
They made a vow their mother will be found.
Sonic Underground.
Oh my god, it was wonderful.
That show's terrible.
Oh, it was so bad.
Why did it keep why is that red going up?
Oh my god, every time this bitch sees a red
Sonic's mom has a red coat on or something in the fucking movie, or in the opening trailer.
Every time they see it, they start crying. And I'm like, what did I say?
Like, my mom's an alcoholic.
I don't cry every time I get a Coors Light at a bar.
Shit.
Oh my god, I knew this conversation was gonna go everywhere.
Okay, so anyway, Rainbow Bright.
Oh, okay. And then you made us watch it.
Yeah. So like, did I get it on Xbox or something? I don't know.
It had just launched on Netflix. Netflix started getting all these crazy ass cartoons, because they were started there.
So I was like, the Rainbow Bright movie, we have to watch it.
Yeah.
So it's late at night. We've been drinking. We put on Rainbow Bright. We got like 2 minutes into it, and the fucking rainbow horse goes, "It's springtime," and we were like, nah.
No, Mike was like, I fucking regret this.
Yeah, I was like, so this is like Fraggle Rock. A lot of nostalgia, but nah. This is terrible.
This is awful.
But Johnny Quest was amazing. It was a show in the 80s. They brought it back, and it became...
What's it about?
The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. So it's this kid named Johnny. Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest, yeah.
His best friend Haji.
Right.
And his dad's... In the 80s, they called him his bodyguard, but I'm guessing it was his gay lover because like his dad eventually, like the mom was gone.
That's kind of hot. I like
this. Okay. But so there's Ray Spann, he's the bodyguard.
Right.
Dr. Quest, who is like this genius, and Johnny and his best friend Haji, and their dog Bandit. And like they just get into these weird adventures all the time. And so, but then they brought it into like the fucking late 90s, early aughts. And see, you get it. And
yeah, now that you've explained it, I'll never forget.
And it was on Toonami, and it was called The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest, and they had this thing called Quest World, which, like, in my head, looked amazing on TV, but it was around the same time as Beast Wars, and it was like this virtual reality thing. But when Beast Wars was out, everyone was like, the graphics on this is fucking amazing.
Look at how everything reflects.
So I'm guessing it's shit.
Yeah.
But, like, it was amazing. It was a really cool show, and, like, it was cool because it was, like, Johnny Quest had grown up a little bit, and so like it was a little more adult and like really, really cool. Really cool.
So let me get back to my story.
The box.
So they're like, the box is coming. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Fox Kids is ending. They're talking
Fox
about
in the
this
box.
there's this weird box, and then they launch Fox Box and got rid of Fox Kids, right?
Okay.
And so all of the red, yellow, and black logos, everything is gone, and it's all just like blacks and blues, right?
Okay.
And it's all squares and fucking everything's real cool, right? They relaunch TMNT. They
Is
do
that when the new Turtles came out?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I was way over.
right, and so that's why like
Okay.
when I watched
Okay.
whatever it was, Turtles
Turtles in Time? Turtles Through Time? Turtles Forever.
Turtles Forever.
Turtles Forever.
Fucking amazing.
Yes.
Look it up on YouTube. Turtles Forever. It's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and it's
That's
amazing.
great.
It's like a combination of all the turtles from
Yeah,
different
from like the
fucking-
comics, the
90s cartoon.
one from the aughts,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then like, but they got rid of like a bunch of other things. Like I think that might have been when they sold the rights to Power Rangers, or shortly after that.
Didn't they bring out like a Transformers show then too? Some
think,
new Transformers something.
Was that when Beast Wars continued?
And became Beast Machines.
Beast Machines?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I don't think, was that on, I don't know that was, it might have been on Fox Box. But I think that might have been like in their like growing period
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah.
were like trying to test things out.
Yeah.
You remember like in the later lifespan of Fox Kids, they ended Spider-Man, and then they did Spider-Man Unlimited.
Ultimate Spider-Man?
Unlimited.
Or was it Unlimited? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes to the weird planet with all the animal people.
Was this when Batman Beyond was on too?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But that was on WB. But
Right,
like,
yeah.
Unlimited
Yeah,
would have
yeah,
been
yeah.
like, and it was fucking weird. Like this guy gets on a spaceship, and then the spaceship crash lands on a different planet, and it's a bunch of fucking people with fucking like goat heads.
Oh yeah.
And they're all fucking animals.
Yeah.
And he's a Spider-Man, but it's kitschy because he's actually just a human.
Yeah.
And then I think the twist was that it was actually Earth.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
And I was
It's
like,
like
what
Planet
the
of
fuck?
the
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Planet of the Apes.
That's
over.
that's why people do drugs, guys, because we fucking feed them these crazy
Yeah.
ass stories like Spider-Man Unlimited. But then they launched Kirby Right Back at Ya.
I never saw that.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
They did this luchador show where like everybody it was literally like it was a cartoon that was like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
But everybody was like, there were like all these weird characters, and like everybody, it was the animation was almost like One Piece. Did you ever watch that?
No.
The anime on Cartoon Network?
No.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so it's like really.
See, I'm like pulling from the 80s, and you're like pulling from the
I know.
end of the eye.
I know.
Like I'm closer to this side than you. Than
I
this
know.
side.
Like,
we have
it's so
we have
hard.
a Venn diagram. We have a lot of overlap, but like.
Right. It's
yeah.
probably like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, that's when I started to
9/11
fall off.
changed you.
Yeah, 9/11 changed me. You're right. Forever.
Never forget, right? So
That's true. Did we just look at that?
yeah, no, and I'll tell you something. There's nothing I love more than watching kids shows from like that time period, because everything got kind of really patriotic and ultra PC all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Because nobody wanted to say too much or do too much.
Yeah.
Like I remember, so I'm a huge Power Rangers fan. I've probably sunk more hours into that than anything. I could probably be a billionaire if I spent that much time on anything
On
else.
anything.
But like, you know,
But
it's Power Rangers. Yeah,
Power Rangers.
fuck the world.
Yeah.
And so, I remember watching the history of Power Rangers, and they talked about in post 9/11, they had like a shot of a building exploding, and then they pulled
They just cut it out.
They cut it
Yeah.
out and like put
Yeah.
something else. It was
Yeah.
like a fire or something,
Yeah.
like something weird, and like just like how much that changed the culture of like sharing information and media and television. It was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go ahead.
So, cartoon. So like, it's weird to me because like I don't know where I watched these shows, right? But like, I started thinking while you were talking there. Did you ever watch? We might have even talked about this. The Hair Bear Bunch. maybe 6.
Is it Care Bears with hair?
No. The Hair Bear Bunch was these 3 bears who lived in a zoo, and like the opening like scene would show them in their cave or whatever, and then the like forest ranger walks away, and then they'd hit a button and like rocks would flip over, and they'd have a TV, and like they had all this like all modern furniture and shit, and like I used to watch that every morning. Hair Bear Bunch. And then
did they have hair?
Yeah, like one of them had long hair, one of them had an afro, like
long hair.
Long hair,
like
no bear.
Freaky ass.
Yeah.
Long hair, don't bear.
And then this is weird because it's the Pawpaw Bears and the Snorks and the Smurfs, like.
Oh, I never watched that. That would freak me out.
Yeah.
But I have watched every episode of Thundercats.
Oh my god.
Retroactively, because my brother bought them all on VHS.
That is a show that I was really sad the way it ended. I was like, there's no like.
Oh my god, no conclusion.
Yeah,
right?
it's so close.
And it's so sad because like, well, and I guess people today will never understand that because of how episodic and so like kind of meaningless kids television has become.
Yeah.
And I know that because I'm a big kid and I still watch kids
right.
television. But like, no matter how it ends, it doesn't matter because like every episode is an episode unto itself.
Yeah.
Right? And whereas like
they don't have these big long story arcs through
like,
the whole season. Yeah.
Yeah, like Thundercats had that.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it did.
Like and it's so impressive because is that the same era as Transformers? Like original Transformers?
Ish, yeah, I think
So I feel like they did a much better job of like animating that show and telling a story than Transformers did.
Yeah.
Which I understand why Transformers got much bigger because like they're not fucking humanoid cats, right? Spider-Man Unlimited. It's the fucking planet that the Thundercats are on.
Thundera,
yeah.
Third Earth. They were on Third Earth. They came from Thundera.
Right.
Third
Earth.
Yeah, Third Earth.
It all fucking makes
Middle
sense.
Earth. Wait.
Holy shit.
Get the whiteboard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like Thundercats, that's another old show that like I watched.
Right.
He-Man. I loved He-Man.
Oh.
That show didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't.
how do you not know that this is that guy? Like, nobody can figure it out. He takes off his shirt.
Yeah.
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah, if anything, he's more.
Yeah.
Like, you can see more of him. You should be able to tell that it's him.
No, this is He-Man.
Yeah.
He's got a tan and he took off his shirt.
Yeah, but Prince Adam is delicate.
Yeah.
And he wears a pink shirt. Doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, it was like white and he had like a pink V on it or something. But,
some gay ass shit.
yeah, no, seriously. Maya the Bee, David the Gnome. These are all shows. Like, and so like, there was this really weird moment in my life where like, I don't know if like my childhood was so fucked up that I like blocked this stuff out.
Right.
But like, I remembered these shows, like somewhere way back in my fucking head. Like I remembered that there were shows that I watched as a kid, but I couldn't remember what they were. And then like somebody said one of them, like David the Gnome. Somebody said it, and I was like, everything came flooding back. It was like I had amnesia or something. And like all of a sudden I was like, holy fuck, I used to watch all of these shows. And like I just started listing off all of these shows that I used to watch that I completely fucking forgot. And it was around the same
fucking aneurysm, guys.
It was around the same time as Eureka's Castle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like those same shows, like all that shit. But like, that's my life is very segmented that way because like I watched all those shows when we were poor as shit.
Right.
And had no cable, and like so I watched them. Like my parents' friends would record them and then bring them over and let us watch them and whatever. And then,
oh my goodness, I bet you watched that shit on repeat with Danny. Like,
oh yeah,
he was like,
Danny just pops on it and watch it again, watch it again. And like so like we would get like VHS tapes that had like the entire fucking every Scooby-Doo episode. But they would just be recorded, so like there would be a Cartoon Network marathon on.
Right.
And so one of my dad's friends would like record it for us. But then like some of those episodes repeat through the marathon, right? Because like it was a 28-hour fucking marathon or something like that, right? And so like they don't have enough episodes, so some of them would repeat. So like we'd be watching it and we'd be like, wait, we already saw this episode. Something like that would happen. But like, yeah, we'd go to town on that shit. And like Danny, my brother, he'd just like, he'll watch stuff like, he would just watch it, repeat it, watch it, repeat it, watch it, repeat it.
When I was a kid, I used to do that. Well, like really little. I used to watch Barney
Oh,
Okay,
God,
so like
my brother was into Barney.
yeah, like I loved Barney.
Yeah.
Like I had 2 Barneys with buttons in their stomachs that would make like he would sing, and then he
Yeah.
had buttons in his hands, and it was so cute.
Yeah.
And I had a Barney blanket and a pillow that I carried everywhere. Right?
Nice.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
I was the fucking cutest. I was the fucking cutest kid in the world. Right? My mom always says
Hashtag humble.
super humble. Hashtag super humble. So. My mom always says, you were such a sweet boy.
What happened?
What the fuck has happened to you? You were the nicest, kindest little boy, and you were so sweet and quiet.
The world has turned me back.
Yeah. It's a cold, hard world out there, Mom.
It's like Rick in The Walking Dead. And
Here I am.
Here we are, seasons
Right.
later.
Yeah.
Adam just fucking bam,
Just
people.
shooting people in the
Used a
face.
Barney doll to strangle somebody.
But yeah, no. So like that kind of stuff, I fucking love that. Did you ever watch public broadcasting, PBS? Did you ever watch PBS at all?
No.
Did they have any kids shows when you were
I don't think so.
younger?
Yeah.
You never watched Mr. Rogers?
No.
Sesame Street?
No.
What?
No.
Oh my god!
I know.
I
It's really
attribute
weird.
I attribute a lot of my useless knowledge to shows like that because
Yeah.
I don't read.
Yeah.
Right? So like I fucking watch Mr. Rogers and they tell me how they make shoes.
Yeah.
He turns to the picture and they do a really shitty graphic of like a video in it and then it expands to the TV and they show you how they make shoes or
Oh my
like
God.
something fucking weird.
Do you remember Face?
From Nick?
From Nick.
Yeah.
The whole
Nick Jr.
screen.
Oh my gosh. Nick Jr. is like a different microcosm.
Oh.
of shit.
The
Okay.
Busy World of Richard Scarry.
Oh my god, the monkey with all the watches? You remind me of him! You're the monkey with the watches!
That dude had his shit together, alright? He had a lot of things to do.
Yeah, right.
He's always running around town. Gotta go.
fucking like that's really odd because like that was a group of shows that were like just into themselves. So like okay, this episode's gonna be so long.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
off
care
the
because
rails.
I'm like but so what?
Yeah.
Well, they're watching. Fuck them. They're watching right now. So
Hashtag fuck him, Nick.
fuck you, Ender. So fucking Little Bear. Did you watch that?
Yes, but not all the time.
Okay.
But yes. Yeah.
That was nice shit when I was younger.
Yeah. That show was a little soft for me.
Oh my god.
Like I was born. I'm hard.
Oh no, you were not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You watched the Hair Bear bunch?
I did. They were in captivity. They were hard. They were locked down.
Oh my god. Shut up. But yeah, Little Bear, Gullah Gullah Island.
I did not watch Gullah Gullah Island. I I was in the room while it was on though. I know that because I remember that fucking song.
Oh my god.
Gullah Island. Stop it!
That's a big old fucking freaky ass frog. That shit is scary. That shit is scary.
Yeah.
If I had a giant yellow foam rubber tree frog jumping around my house.
Yeah, no, that shit was fucked up.
It's like 8 feet tall. I'd be like, no, no, not for me. Sorry,
Nope.
I can't do it. But yeah, no, I love that shit. I love Nick Jr.
Yeah.
I loved like when I was a young kid. I loved young kid television.
I don't know what else was on Nick Jr.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like I remember watching it all the time. My mom used to have. So my mom was like always working like 2 or 3 jobs at a time because she was a single mom, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the jobs that she got was like personal care for an elderly woman who lived with her family.
Okay, yeah.
So she would go there and she would just spend all day with her.
Yeah.
Every day, right? Except for their days off.
Right.
Her name was Ethel, and like she was really sweet and like whatever. But they had cable, and so I would go and I would sit and I would watch Nick Jr. the entire day for whatever 8 hours.
We would go to daycare. We'd get dropped off at daycare, and Nick Jr. would be playing, and that's how like I didn't actually watch it, but it was on.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Good stuff. I just remember that face thing taking over the whole screen. Oh my god! And in the summer, Stickly. Did you ever watch that?
No.
Oh my god, he had a whole song.
That was on Nickelodeon, right?
Yes, he had a whole song. And it was like during that Alex Mack Salute You Shorts.
Right.
That whole,
Yeah. Ew, I hated that show.
Yeah, that show was a little weird, but it's me, call Stickly 10103 or something like that.
Yeah.
He had like a whole fucking rhyme about how to mail him some shit.
Right.
I was like, god damn it, I love this little popsicle stick.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit. All right, we should wrap this up.
All right.
So Yeah, if you guys liked 90s cartoons,
Right.
you're gonna love
We
this
did,
episode.
yeah.
Share with us what did we miss. Like, shout out to Looney Tunes. I obviously ride or die with Looney Tunes. Love them.
Right.
Some of my favorite shit. That's why I have a sheepdog.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, let us know what you guys like. Let us know what we missed, because I'm sure we missed some, and I'm sure
Oh my
Shane's
gosh.
gonna.
Oh
light us
yes,
up
he's
for-
gonna start talking shit.
Didn't talk about this show.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much, guys. Boom. Okay. Clap it down.
Mike.
Wait,
Hey.
you did 4
Hey.
claps.
Hey. I'm breaking it down.